looks familiar, doesn't it? Rest assured, active lifestyle types, this should indeed be the all-new, factory fresh, redesigned from wheels to windows 2019 Subaru Forester, though it might not look much diverse from the mud-splattered, dog-hair-covered one parked within your gravel driveway. We reckon this may come as a relief, as rock climbing, canyoneering, and whitewater rafting folk might want to see the Forester evolve out like a California redwood. The sameness is apparently intentional. Subaru worked difficult to cultivate its roaring year-after-year sales growth, which is apparent. Rabid SUV buyers are satisfied with what the corporation Awashi sells. Subaru sold a full of 1.8 million Foresters across 4 generations, comprising a big bulk of Subaru's total global sales. It must be doing something right. The new Thrill Ascend was pre-sold out for 2 months, and also at any given time, there's only a 12-day wait to obtain Crosstrokes on dealer lots. Lazy design? More like cutting-edge customer awareness. In it, though, the copy-paste is merely skin-deep. The 5th-gen Forester rides for the fresh Subaru Global Platform SGP, a similar base underpinning the revolutionary Impreza, Crosstrek, and Ascent. It receives an Ascent-esque interior too, incorporating Subaru's latest cockpit design and infotainment tech. In this way, it's more of the identical, but having an extended lifespan. Thanks to the revolutionary platform, the Forester is larger for 2019 comparing base model to base model. The wheelbase grows by 1.2, length by 0.6 inch, width by 0.8 inch, and height by 1.1 inches. A roomy interior is just about the Forester's trademarks, so expect even more of it here. Front and rear headroom decrease with a measly 0.2 inch. But legroom improves by 0.3 inch right in front and an impressive 1.4 inches within the rear. Backpacks and kayak paddles will fit better through an additional cubic foot of C-Chub storage, while C-down capacity grows by 1.4 cubic feet. On the verdant and nearly abandoned back roads just north of Asheville, North Carolina, the fruits with the SGP switch-over were obvious. The suspension setup for those trim levels is remarkable, pliant over uneven farmland pavement, and confident around the slithering Blue Ridge Parkway. It feels distinctly upmarket, riding nicer than crossovers with heftier cost and more premium badges. As added bonuses, changes towards the steering and brakes are equally spot on. Steering might be more than quick and balanced enough to the chassis and tires, providing adequate feedback. When we was required to slow down for a lot of weather-felled branches, the brake pedal felt right inside sweet spot, a welcome vary from competitors' too numb or too touchy pedals. Torque vectoring has become standard range-wide, as is also Subaru's SI drive mode system, offering more aggressive throttle and shift mapping. We don't expect Forester buyers to put out on race circuits, but it really's nice to find out they'll enjoy the fun hauling camping goods with the mountains on their way to your cabin. Unfortunately, the identical can't be said in the all-new Powertrain. From the top towards the bottom in the range, a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated flat-4 affords the motivation. 182 horsepower and 176 lb-ft of torque is routed by having a standard CVT transmission, returning a solid 26 miles per gallon city and 33 miles per gallon highway. Bad news, gone are definitely the potent 2.0-liter turbo along with the manual transmission, both distinctive options that set the Forester besides the rest in the crossover crowd. The new Forester Sport is often a consolation prize for your now-defunct Forester XT. Unfortunately, it's mostly a pleasing package, adding black wheels, darkened exterior trim, a rather more aggressive front bumper, and thin red exterior accents. Inside, bright reddish orange stitching and trim is scattered during the entire cabin. The Sport adds a Sport Sharp mode because the lone performance enhancement, providing more aggressive throttle and transmission mapping. Thanks to direct injection far better compression, there exists an additional 12 horsepower in comparison with the older 2.5-liter, but we're not convinced it's enough. In precisely the same vein as our dearly departed Four Seasons 2017 Mazda CX-5, 180 plus HP is sufficient to merge, but falls flat after you try and pass. This deficiency of motivation is worse for the Forester, exacerbated with the CVT's ropey nature. Consequently, the engine works very challenging to scuttle the Forester's 3,500-pound bulk. The CVT props up RPMs high when prodded, contributing to extended periods of mechanical racket. Not how the Forester is dangerously slow, just have plenty of room to have a pass. For all our saltiness about the turbo's death, both the .0-liter just didn't sell well, comprising simply a 5% share of sales. Besides, the newest mill is pretty efficient, returning 26 miles per gallon city and 33 miles per gallon highway. Settle into a straightforward highway cruise, and everything's right. It's quiet, comfortable, and full of tech, especially in the high gear and on the range. Stick with the bottom, and Subaru includes its popular EyeSight package as standard, incorporating an excellent array of driver assistance tech that also includes pre-collision braking, lane keep assist, and adaptive cruise control. For the eco-minded, this really is the first non-hybrid Subaru with engine stop-start. Of course, this to be a Subaru, all-wheel drive is standard. Starting with premium trim, this mode is protected, adding an elevated level of off-road capability with settings for mud and S-Hop approximately Sport, Limited, and Touring, and mode adds one more setting for deep snow and mud. We tested this briefly using a mild off-road course, dispatching moderate mud patches and off-camber paths without issue. The interior is actually new and one with the better parts in the redesign. As mentioned, it's essentially a scaled-down ascent cockpit, with one fewer row of seats along with a less cluttered center console. Plastic trim is used from the entire range, but leather seating and trim is accessible toward the most notable. Starting with the bottom, each Forester arrives having a Starlink 6.5-inch touchscreen, growing to 8.0 inches around the Limited and Touring trims, optional on Sport trim. Of course, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is protected on all infotainment configurations. The range-topping Touring specs party piece is Subaru's first utilization of its driver focus tech. Using facial recognition, the device keeps an eye out because your eyes aren't within the road, issuing an audible and visual warning. An interesting system, but it really can be a little intrusive. More than once, it spoke up when I turned my head toward controls within the center stack. In preserving the theme of consistency, the 5th-gen Forester receives merely a minor price bump when in comparison with last year's model, a boost ranging from $500 to $1,400. Stepping into the bed's base model will cost you $25,270, including destination, and hopping up one level on the premium costs $27,670. The new Sport stickers for $29,770, whilst the Limited and Touring jump to $31,770 and $35,270, respectively. Not a poor way to keep the constituents happy. Aside from the design, Subaru deserves credit for fitting a real familiar shape on top of the excellent Subaru global platform. If you're new to this company, the 2019 Forester is really a good starting place. If you're one in the many customers on your own third Subi, welcome back, everything is correct where you left it. 2019 Subaru Forester. On sale, October 2019. Price, $25,270 base. Engine, 2.5 liters stock 16-valve flat 4 182 horsepower at 5,800 revolutions per minute, 176 lb-ft at 4,400 revolutions per minute. Transmission, continuously variable, 7-speed simulated. Layout, 4-door, 5-passenger, front engine, AWD crossover SUV. EPA mileage, 2,633 city hui. LXWXH, 182.1 by 71.5 by 67.5 inches, wheelbase, 105.1 out of. Weight, 3,449 pounds base. 060 miles per hour, 8.8 seconds estate. Top speed, Mach.